Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's block is block 11 from the Pat Sloan Grandma's Kitchen Challenge. You can find the pattern at ilovetomakequilts.com or under this video, or also under her video. So for that, I already did parts of this because this was a lot. So I used my Heat and Bond light and I fused it to the fabric, and then I cut out, you need 12 of this. I did print it on cardstock paper because I like to cut it out and trace it. I noticed that's not how she does it, but everybody can do it the way they like. Try them both, see what you like. I don't know, or just do what you already know you like. I don't know. So then you need 12, which is 3 of each of them, and then 3 of the little dots that I did put in the middle. Now I fused them to this, and then I sewed it, and then this also has the stuff on it, so I'm going to fuse them on here. This is pretty easy to use. I recommend it if you're into that kind of thing. It's totally up to you though. So now I just need to figure out which one I want to be dominant. And I actually think I like the yellow best. And I think I'm going to do them like this. So I don't know. Let me grab my pressing mat. Actually, let me move all this stuff out of the way. Because, well, it's in the way. Let me lay it to the side here. Now we're going to put this up on my pressing mat. And I think I'm going to do them one at a time. It will put some bulk and it'll sew around it, but I think that's just what I'm going to do. And I think this is how I want it. So we're just going to move these two. And I'm going to peel the stuff off of that. And I'm going to lay it back out. And I'm actually going to lay them all back out, kind of how I want them. And see. And that looks good. So then the paper's still on those. I'm just going to iron this one down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the machine and I'm going to stitch around it. So we're going to go over there. And I have to get that off. And I have to change it to the stitch I used, which was 15 on mine. Now I'm going to start down here because I know that's going to be under the other one, and I kind of want to cover up where I start and stop. So we're just going to go slow here. And I'm just going to go around it in a circle, obviously because it's a circle. But this is going to take a minute, so I am just going to pause the video and finish this one, and then we'll come back each step. Okay, so I did that. Now I am going to trim off these. I overlapped it just a bit, and I also did it on the white so it doesn't show as much if I didn't get it in the correct spots. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. And I believe I had pink next. We're going to do it. About like that, I think. So we are going to, I guess I should have peeled that first. That way when I lined it up, I could just go, but I didn't. I got a thread under that. Do you see it? We'll put it down here where it won't show through. That's good. So let's put it on there. All right, and I'm going to just head on over and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start about here because 2 reasons. It's white and it'll be covered up. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back in just a second. You won't even realize it. Okay, yet again, I overlapped a little bit. So honestly, you wouldn't even have to stitch under. Like, I didn't have to do the stitching under there, but I did. I could have ironed them all down and then tried to do it. I don't know. I don't do a lot of applique. I usually use them as patches when I've done something wrong. I have a video where a quilt is coming up or unstitched in places, and I use the same fabric I made it with to patch it. I love that quilt. Just peeling the back off of that. Then we're going to lay it down where we want it, which will be right about there, I think. So I'm going to iron it. And then I actually have another one I need to patch, but I'll get to that eventually. All right, I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you back here, and we're going to sew on. There's actually 2 borders on this block that we're just going to go ahead and do. And then I'm actually going to put my whole top row together. And since my second row is already together, I'm going to sew those together because I like to get it done as soon as possible. Or as soon as possible. Okay, I'm done. I did do it here in the corner where it was kind of busy anyway. And I overlapped it quite a bit on that one because nothing's going to cover it up. That's how my back looks. Just trimming my threads there. Now, this has 2 borders. Also, you guys, I got this year. I didn't do this years ago when she did it. This is still, or was still, on her website. So I don't know if maybe she took it off by now or not, but you can go there and get all the stuff. Like, it's nothing I saved and am doing, like, from last time. It's still out there. So I got these 2. They're 2 by 10.5. And they're going to go on the top and bottom. And then this one is going to go on this side. And it is 1.5 by 13.5. So I'm going to go ahead and sew on the top and bottom. And I'm going to pin it a little to keep it straight. I may have cut a little extra because, you know, just to be sure. So I'll just trim that when we're done. And then I'm going to flip it around because I can't pin the other way. We're going to pin this one. And then the end here. So let's go sew these together. And then I'm going to just grab the other end and start it. I'm not going to worry about a ender, but I am going to trim that now. can find another. I did find another. Let's sew that together. Let's trim it off. Iron them open. And then my yellow was on the bottom, so I turn it back around. And I'm going to put this one on this side. I didn't do it right. Maybe she didn't do it right. I don't know. I think I need it 14 and a half. Because, actually, I think I need it 15 and a half. That's fine. I'm going to cut another strip and sew it on, and I'll show you. So I checked my stuff, and I didn't do it right. So I'm going to cut another strip here. I cut 11 and a half instead of 13 and a half. I don't know how I did it. It's been a long day. I worked all day. I just did it. My mistake. My apologies. I didn't mean to offend when I said maybe she did it wrong. So we're just going to iron this open, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to trim it until after I sew it. And then it'll be right. So I'm just going to pin this. I cut the same fabric again. I'm sure I'll use that for something. I'm going to pin it here at the beginning, and I'm going to pin it just a hair over because that's not part of it. I just didn't trim it yet. And we're going to just go all the way down. Keep going. And one down here at the end. So let's go sew this up. I think I need a new seam guide there. It's getting unsticky, we'll call it. We're just going to pull that off. Oh, I'm sorry guys. It's getting late. This is my last video for today. Clearly I'm killing it. We're going to trim that off. It's definitely getting late. I was standing there looking for my rotary cutter. While we're here, we're going to trim this part off. And this one. Oh my God, that slid out. Okay. Now let's iron it open. And I think I'm going to wait to iron this row or sew this row together because, well, like I said, it's getting late. I've made a few. I didn't take you with me when I sewed that. Well, I don't think I did. But, so there it is. Again, it is called, what's it called? Peppermint Swirls. And I, of course, added the borders. And I will sew it this side over here. And then This one will be on the other side. This one's already together. It'll go here. And that's the whole second row. So I'll sew that sometime, you know, eventually, when I'm not tired and haven't had a long day. There it is. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you're making this quilt and loving it as much as I am, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day.